What up, folks? Hey, today we'll be doing a let's play slash kind of. This will be a let's play about. I'm playing a Swotor mission right now, and so basically what is going on is I'm playing my favorite raid slash flashpoint Swotor, and we're just fighting our way through armies of the dark side. The Sith. We're like fighting our way for the Sith Empire and Ilium. This is current Battle of Endor from the vanilla Swotor. It's awesome. I really enjoy this flashpoint. Yeah, you're in the middle of some frozen wilderness, fighting your way through armies of aliens and Sith and stormtroopers. It's great. Yeah, and free checks, great. Women MMOs. Only wish them most of them are attractive. Just saying. Something I really want to get done with this is this will also double as another one of my videos, my thoughts on the Swotor franchise. Right now, the last one I did was kind of dedicated to KOTOR 3 or the possibility of a remake. This is just going to be talking about like more along the lines of Swotor, more what EA is doing with the franchise. Here we are landing, joining the assault force. So what EA has done is they've bought the rights to Star Wars gaming. Disney dissolved LucasArts, so you want Disney's a bunch of freaking imperialist assholes. Then, but EA has created a bunch of new Star Wars games, and there's actually a lot of rumors that BioWare, DICE, and a lot of people are making new Star Wars games set in the New Republic era. They hinted at E3, and there's rumors BioWare has confirmed they are working on a new Star Wars project beyond the Old Republic. So this could be a KOTOR 3, could be a remake, could be anything. But I bet it's gonna be tour related. BioWare has a very unique standing with EA. I mean, they're still making Star Wars games outside the Disney timeline. Maybe it's canon, maybe it's not. I don't know. We can't tell. And yeah. Yeah, we're finally getting to the action. Great. So EA, say you want about them. I mean, I think if we're gonna trust a company with Star Wars RPGs or Star Wars adventure games, it'd be EA. BioWare. I mean, they have a good track record with frickin' Dragon Age, and here we are, the troopers, just being badasses and laying down with firepower, frickin' imps. We will die in the name of our republic. We will come into your homes, we will destroy your way of life, and we will force our democracy upon you. And you will be pleased by it. And like I was saying, what I really enjoy about BioWare and EA is BioWare's like the only company I know EA works with and makes good games. I think straight on the Mass Effect 3 and Dragon Age Inquisition. I think EA is, there are a bunch of cash wars about the Sith Empire of gaming, but but I do think that they do give creative freedom to the companies that do make good games. I mean, I think Battlefront's a pretty good shooter. If you're just looking for a great shooter with great mechanics but no story, but just having the most authentic, most in-depth Star Wars battle experience you can get, then it's a good game. And here I am just aggering the crap out of the Imperials. I mean, you will die in the name of our glorious Republic democracy. We will come in, destroy your native way of life, and we will replace your ways with our ways. You will abandon your evil heathen religions and worship the ways of Leroy Jenkins, the Master Chief. Quarantine heaven. So, what I'm trying to get at is, I think EA could really do a good job with Star Wars. I mean, I saw a lot of good artwork at the E3 on E3. What I saw was there's some really good artwork, and something I'd really like to see is a Star Wars RPG, maybe set in the New Republic era, like a Knights of the New Republic. I mean, I've been dreaming about that since I was a kid. Like, give us a New Republic era Jedi Knight. And I think we should see a return to older games like Republic Commando. There's like another game that they're actually hinting at they're making, and this is like KOTOR is an official sequel to a game they made back before Disney bought out. They're making a sequel to Republic Commando, Imperial Commando this time around, and continuing the adventures of Delta Squad. Now I think that's pretty cool. Gonna rinse some fire down these schools. Yeah, rinse fire. Freedom bombing. The best kind of bombing. So, what I'm trying to get at is, aside from these interruptions, to make things interesting, something I'd really like to see with, EA, where they're going is, like I said, a New Republic RPG, and they did that with games like Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast. And I really want to see something set in the New Republic era. Maybe see a RPG or an adventure game where you're playing as a Jedi Knight and you're like squad of rebel troopers and rebel pilots, and you're like flying your way for X-Wings and you're taking out the last remnants of the Empire, or you're dealing with some Sith cult, or you're dealing with some resurgent dark side threat. I mean, give us some stuff in between the movie trilogies, between the Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Give us some stuff that shows like the rise of the First Order, the various continuing conflict between the remnants of the Empire and the New Republic. Give us a look at what this new era is like. Show us this era of peace and growth that we can see in 30 years between the two movies. Give us back some old canon characters, some old EU characters, and bring them back to life, like Mara Jade, Kyle Katarn, Corran Horn. Stars ring out here. I hate Jedi. They're just so OP. I mean, they take all the glory from the hard-working troopers. Troopers take skill. Jedi they have all these space magic powers. Troopers have crowd control, they have healing, and they have freaking heavy-duty weapons, and they do a lot of DPS. Jedi Knights can do that too, but I think troopers do better. Troopers can really be good tanks. And the point of this expansion pack is the point of this raid right here is kind of like the conclusion, back to the game I'm playing, is the conclusion to the Swotor vanilla version, I think. This is like, you're going up against the Sith Empire, falling back into the unknown regions, and they're like gathering this massive force. They have this huge armada, they have all this alien technology. It's really cool. Malgus, the Sith Lord from the trailers, has taken control of the Sith Empire, and now it's up to Republic and Sith rebels, Sith separatists, whatever you want to call them, the Sith loyalists, and this combined faction is crushing down on Ilium. I mean, you have this huge army of freaking weirdos and aliens and Sith warriors. It's kind of mixing the separatists with the Empire. That's really cool. You're fighting your way for all these different alien freaks and Sith troopers and Sith warriors, and it's really fun. And there's two raids that kind of go together: the Battle of Ilium and the False Emperor. Which in this one you're very much just fighting your way for the planet, and you're like trying to find a ship to get onto. And just looking for doing damage here. And you basically fight your way off the planet, and you force his space station, and you fight your way for his inner sanctum of followers. And you come face to face with Malgus. And it's one of my favorite moments of MMOs. Like, it's my favorite Swotor moments were in those two flashpoints. Just how much story they're putting in, how much hype they're putting in, that you're finally going against Malgus, the leader of the Empire. And that's what I really enjoy about that expansion pack. I mean, that's what I really enjoy about these two battles, these two flashpoints. I mean, it's just a really good conclusion to a lot of the early Swotor storylines, and yeah. Let's see. You know, 90% of the time I'm playing Swotor, I get matched up with usually 3 Jedi, and most of them are chicks, or 2 smugglers, and they're both. I usually always get matched up with 3 Jedi Knights or 2 smugglers, and that's just. I think flashpoints are a really good addition to Swotor. I mean, they're like raids, it's smaller. I mean, there are raids, they're called operations, but if you're looking for a quick, fun little thing you can get some decent story out of. I mean, it's way better than like other games like Destiny and stuff do. They just give you mindless, brainless tasks. And that's what I really don't. I really prefer Swotor over Destiny when it comes to a lot of things. Those are the two games I play a lot of. Destiny is a mindless shooter I play for like loot, and it could have been a lot more. They could have taken a hint from Swotor, and they could have become a true MMO. But that's another video for another time. Swotor has a really good loot system. It has a really good grind system. It's a really rewarding game if you put the time in. You just can feel like a badass. There's all these great story moments. There's all these great lore. There's all these great battles. It's really delving deep into the Star Wars saga. Like, this game, Swotor is probably like the richest Star Wars game I've ever played when it comes to lore-wise. It's pretty much the lore from 20, 30 years of Star Wars writers, nerds, video games, comic books, novels, all put into one game, and that's just what makes it really cool. And I hope they, like, if it is made canon, it could bring 90% of the old expanded universe into the new canon, and I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think some of the artwork for the aliens in this game is kind of hard to look at, but, you know, of course, let the trooper do... You Jedi take all the credit, but you're not heroes. There's a bunch of traitors who are glorious Republic. They're a bunch of space monks who have dubbed children, and you take them into your little temples, and you keep silent what you do to them. We all know what Jedi do in their temples. We all do. I don't trust any religion that takes children, alright? I do not. You do not want to know what they're going to do to those children. That's the creepy thing about Jedi. I didn't like about the prequels. They took children that did all these weird things with them. Indoctrinate them, and who knows what they do. And here we are crawling through the slave pits, watching as how these poor people fell into debt, and they wound up indebted to some, like, this is a look at what America would become. This is what the world will become years from now. Some evil empires enslave people, not for conquest, but for economic depression. And you know who will be enslaved to? It'll be China. No, not China. Disney. Or the big corporations that control America to this point. Disney, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Microsoft. This is what people go for in other countries. They mine their way for crystals for the new computer chips. They mine their way through... I mean, look at corporations and the evil businesses that are trying to take over the world. But nothing about me and my rant. So, I mean, look, we're just, like, finding our way through these slave camps, and we're finding our way through Piggat, these Gamorreans, which are, like, Jabba the Hutt's retarded pig followers, and we're finding our way through all these aliens. This is Empire. This is just a really cool flashpoint in the fact that the Sith Empire is, like, using these, allying with all these other powers. It's kind of a nod to the prequels. They have all these aliens, they have all these battle droids from various factions that you've been up against, the Republic's been up against for a long time, and they've just been turned against you. Malgus is raising an army, and you have to fight your way through this cartoonish army of evil monsters and droids and evil stormtroopers, and that's just really cool. I mean, it really feels like Star Wars. It feels like the cartoonish Star Wars I grew up with, which was not the CGI Clone Wars. Hear that? No, this is like a shout out to the original Clone Wars cartoon. That was good stuff. I wish they could make more Star Wars stuff. Maybe make like that, like an anime cartoon, not like CGI with the Rebels or Clone Wars. Give us another like 5-minute, like a long series, like what they did with the original Clone Wars anime series, and do that in Old Republic. That'd be awesome. Turn Swotor into a TV show. Turn it into a movie. Give us some more expanded content. I mean, I remember the old days when they wrote novels, when they wrote comics. That was good stuff. Had a lot of good characters, introduced new things that you were going to see in new expansion packs. It was really cool. Like Zyos, a planet from a recent add-on, was featured in the last Old Republic novel. It was great. And a lot of like the planets and character classes from the first comic, Fallen Third Piece, are in the game. And that was just a really cool way. I mean, Bioware has a really good talent for using books and expanded content to introduce people to their games. So that's really cool. And we're just finding, and these things are just we're just finding our way through this army of aliens, and we're just trying to reach the evil citadel of evil, the capital of all that's wrong in society. We're finding our way to kill the evil Disney headquarters in this land. Disney is taking over the galaxy, and we must stop them. Because literally, that's really what Star Wars is about. It's about the good rebellion. Kodar and Battlefront fans and the old fans of classic Star Wars going up against this evil empire that sits upon its citadel, watching as it slowly takes control of the future generations of the world and brainwashing them. The Galactic Empire is not America. The Galactic Empire is Disney. Alright? Just saying. Pretty soon we'll all be worshipping Mickey Mouse and we'll be singing. I hate Charlie. I hate Disney Channel. And ugh. Don't get me started on how much I hate Disney. That's a rant for another time. Let's just say this. They turn kids into painful watching what they do to Star Wars. Rebels is painful to watch. Watching, I've seen a few episodes. It's painful to watch. Oh, and then they put Star Wars characters in Disney Channel shows. This is murder. And then there was the greatest insult of all time when I started fandom, when they turned Star Wars into a Phineas and Ferb musical. At that moment, I knew what I had to do. I had to build a YouTube channel that was dedicated to bringing back Star Wars and overthrowing Disney and watching them burn. The Bible verse should march and Disney will burn it. Just saying. But I'm just joking around here. I do enjoy Marvel movies, those are pretty good. And not X-Men or Deadpool, I don't count those. I count Avengers as Marvel. And we're finally out of the cave of rants and slavery and whatnot. Now we're frickin'... Oh, we're gonna be sneaky with a bunch of pansies. Okay, we can do that. Alright. So we're just gonna sneak around the back. Sneak in, steal them files. We're gonna sneak in there. We're gonna bring some freedom to this godforsaken country. We'll bring freedom to this people with our guns and blasters. That's their democratic way of life. You force your will through war, indebting people to you, cultural genocide. And like I'm trying to say is, EA, when it comes to Star Wars, they do right. When it comes to everything else, they suck. But when it comes to RPGs and adventure games, EA has a pretty good market when it comes to that. And let's see, we may pass them. Back. Now we're getting more and more into the inner sanctum of evil. We're finding our way through the evil hordes that Disney has created. I just think that Disney and the Empire go hand in hand. I mean, I think Swotor was trying to make a point with the whole Eternal Empire. When the Eternal Fallen Empire came out at the same time and the Star Wars movies came out, I think they're trying to make points with that. Maybe comparing Disney, the Eternal Empire, to Disney suddenly coming out of nowhere and taking over the adventure and sci-fi market when it comes to like things like comic books and movies. They took over Marvel, they took over Star Wars. I think they're just trying to make a point of that. BioWare's going to do that. I mean, what I really like about my favorite faction in Swotor is the Sith Empire. They have the best lore, the best classes, and we're spraying fire on you. That's the way it actually works. And I like the Republic. I do. I mean, I like the Trooper and Jedi Knight and Smuggler, but Jedi Council can't stand. A class I really enjoy, the first class I really did was Trooper, the other was just Sith Warrior. And Troopers are just badass Space Marines, that's why I like them. I'm a fan of Master Chief, I'm a fan of ODSTs. And I'm just like I love doing these missions where I cut my way through enemy lines, blasting the crap out of them, doing DPS, doing crowd control, that's what I do best. Like what I'm doing right now. Burn! Here's my freedom! It hurt. It feels like burning on fire. Because that's a good taste where you're going, you sons of bitches, you foreign pieces of crap, you're going to hell. Something I really think Swotor could do right with is being serious for a minute. Swotor, I think, could make a really good expanding universe. They're doing that with the novels. They're doing that with the comics. I think we need to see a Swotor, maybe a movie, maybe if not the original version, like something that is a spiritual success for the KOTOR Swotor timeline. Like maybe like an animated feature, like a series of 5-minute clips, an online webcomic, maybe an online interactive experience, and maybe like I said, a Clone Wars remake, but in Swotor. Maybe capture like that cartoonish yet adventure of Jedi Knights and Troopers find their way through hordes of battle droids and Sith Warriors. Do it all Samurai Jack style, but like they do the Clone Wars, but do it in Swotor, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Maybe you see like this massive wars being waged. I'd love to see an Old Republic, see what we saw in Clone Wars, and see huge like giant battles in the Old Republic. Like this is not just implying to like expand it. This is applying to Swotor in general. Give us giant, huge battles.
Only to tap their
like
power.
maybe give us some new battlefield, like
strength.
give us some huge war like themed flashpoints, war themed PvE content. Like give us something that's a war but bigger. Like give us bigger teams. Like maybe turn entire guilds against guilds. Like I know they used to do that. Let's do it again, but this time make it official. Like maybe turn entire segments of a planet and turn them into like online queues. And like you can start giant battles and like expanded continents on like Tatooine. You can turn add an entirely new person Tatooine and dedicate it to PvE.
Emperor Malgus.
Create challenges, like maybe have like when certain guilds take control of an area, they can create challenges for other players. Like I don't know, just saying. I really think they need to get back to the expanders and Swotor. I really think we should. I hope they create more novels in the Old Republic era. I think the Darth Bane trilogy and the Old Republic novels were great. I really enjoyed the Thread of Peace. I really enjoyed Fatal Alliance. I really want to see some more Old Republic stuff. Like I said in one of my last videos, stop making us watch all these like Clone Wars or Rebellion era. I mean, yeah, give us something more. Give us like something. Show this Old Republic era wars. Like show us how the Jedi and Sith fought for control of the galaxy and how the universe was nearly destroyed. Like what we're seeing right here, where Jedi and troopers are blasting their way through stormtroopers and Darth guards, and like they're on a frozen planet. There's like fire everywhere. There's like flashing fire. There's mortars going around. There's like huge armies of armies of the Republic fighting for freedom against this oppressive empire. Give us more of that. Give us a taste of like more World War II themed battles. Like not a rebellion versus an empire, but an evil juggernaut coming to crush all alive, to conquer everything. And have a brave defenders coming to defend it. Like brave militias, brave like last minute things, like Minutemen, like American Revolution, like World War II themed stuff. I'm not talking about like American Revolution, I'm talking about like Cold War stuff. That was really what Swotor did well. The Cold War for a long time in the games, like the early parts of the game before the war started back up, was awesome. I mean, maybe make some more Swotor content focused around story points like that, living in a time of peace but being at war all at once, like Thread of Peace, like living in a time of decay, of unrest, and like everyone wants to go to war. Like get back to that element to it. Like once the Eternal Empire has been dethroned or peace reigns, make sort of like a more references to like the Vietnam War, more references to things like Korea, make more references to things like weapons of mass destruction. I think the original Star Wars did a great job of sending a message of like evil conformist ways. I mean, Star Wars was always diversity versus oppression. I think that's what Old Republic really got captured, was that original version of Star Wars. It's this brave alliance of diversity versus this oppressive conformity. And that's why I think the new movies are doing well too. And I think we need to do elements from that and put it back in Swotor. I mean, I think we need to see more stuff like that in new material. I mean, I'm not this whole rebellion versus the empire thing. It's kind of gotten old, but do it in. I don't know. I mean, I really would want to see like change up the formula. I think Knights of the Republic definitely changed up the formula. It was way better than the prequels. It was way better. The prequels were just the fall of civilization, the fall of democracy and oppressionism. Give us like something like a new story point in the Old Republic, like the original Knights of the Republic did. A struggle between light and dark, a true struggle between good and evil. The armies of darkness conquering everything, consuming everything. And that's what Knights of the Republic 2 did so well, was this sense of darkness you got from the Sith. They weren't just some cartoonish army of dark wizards. They actually looked like dark reapers of death, and you're fighting them to preserve all life. Give us elements like that. Give us maybe Mass Effect moments. Like, if you make another KOTOR, make it into like a Mass Effect or a Solomon, where there's like expansion packs and choices you make in one game carry over to another. Like, give us a game where the choices of KOTOR, the next KOTOR 3 and a KOTOR 4 or whatever, carries into the next game, like what Mass Effect did. Give us command of our own starship, like a military cruiser. Give us like player armies that we can command. Give us more like
you a chance to
strategic
capture
thinking. Like, give us a thing where we can control the strategy of how the galaxy goes. Like, give us a strategy game in the middle of the Cold War where you're just sending units in for covert operations. Like, turn the Swotor storylines into a new single-player game. I think that'd be awesome.
What's your call?
Spare us, and my people join the Republic.
Anyway, I'm getting close to the end. See you, folks. It's been real. See you next time.
Show Malgus' supporters the kindness of the Republic. And Cole, no rough stuff.
Not a problem.
My family thanks you.
Let's hope these other aliens are just as grateful. Let's hope you can reach the Supreme Command.